out of the darkness comes this vigilant force of justice, and it's not a knight in shining armor that's rolling up. It's, the Lord of Darkness for the most part.
If the Scarecrow gas kind of got out, like, how would you see some of these characters? What makes these the ultimate nightmare incarnation of each character?
The angle that we were going for, especially with the two characters that we're leading this project with, is how does Batman see himself, in that vigilante enforcer of justice? How do the criminals sort of see him? In this particular case, the sort of demonic, vampiric, dark entity perspective.
The Batman is like a bat creature. We want it so when you see him from a distance, when you see him sitting on your shelf like 15, 20 feet away, you're like, oh, it's Batman. But as you get closer and closer, it's revealed it's not a guy in a suit, it's not his cape, it's a bat creature.
Simon Lee did a cool exploration of what the character could be. And then when it got to me, David told me I had the freedom to actually, take that and massage it, and I should be a little creative and put everything together. So it was a pretty awesome experience to work with those guys and come up with something unique.
His original suit was blue and gray and black, and I think, we've done a good job of marrying those characters together, the creature side and the Batman. So he's kind of on the more pale side, which is great because it translates to when you look at the Bathead replacement, he's not warm. You get a sense that he's this kind of like undead creature of the night.
Batman just has such a diverse group of characters that can all be based a little bit in a horror. The idea of how these people perceive like the worst version of them. And as horror fans at Sideshow, I think that was the one that made a little more sense, where it matched.
The Joker is the ultimate villain for Batman just because he's so insane and he's willing to do anything to hurt him.
We went less with a monstrous interpretation as sort of the Batman is perceived, and took the insanity and kind of made his entire makeup a sort of tableau of bas-relief Easter eggs of the entirety of the Joker's kind of incarnation.
The way it was described to me is like what we want is a very organic, sort of a collage-like melange of all the elements in the Joker's of his life and his character are going to be intermeshed into his body. What could I really emphasize? What could I really bring to the forefront as far as like resonant imagery, things that would be recognizable and impactful, and still make some kind of bizarre, have some sort of rhyme and reason within the Joker's anatomy as well.
And so that bridged wonderfully to Martin Canale, who took over the art direction at that point, and then steered it further. And you've got two different portraits, one that really reflects Martin's design ethic, and one that still holds the core notion of what Paul was channeling. So you can kind of decide for yourself which version of the nightmare you kind of caught into.
We take the Joker and make him an amalgam of everything Gotham. Like everything that makes the Joker Joker, even Batman, because to me, he is the worst of everything in Gotham.
The beauty of pop culture and some of these titanic icons like Batman or otherwise sort of sets the table for you to continue to blossom this out, because it does not take away from the genesis core of the character.
It is cool to take Batman and his long legacy in history and kind of like find the things that we want to bring to this. We have an awesome team here. We got to work with some AAA talent on both these projects, and you just got to see the best come out of all the artists involved in it.
I think those two pieces right there are going to be definitely some of the coolest Batman statue pieces ever be done.
I think that these pieces that we do in this regard really radiate with a uniqueness to Sideshow's offerings. There are certainly a number of other characters with more than enough skeletons in their closet for us to pull a few loose threads in their psyche and, develop something else that will, complement what we're already putting forth.